Hello everyone, welcome back to Against the Storm. We're in the middle of this Prestige 1 game where we don't have any soil, so that's cool. But I did take a break in between the last episode and this one. I now have to refamiliarize myself with all this shit that's happening. And I don't understand why I haven't gotten any for Forsaken Altar activations. I was told in the Discord that if you have these available, the priestess should be showing up during storm and offering you something. And I haven't seen any such thing. So I'm guessing I just haven't unlocked it, but then why are the pips here? I don't know. Anyway, there's a few things that I remember we were really excited to get started on roots. How's that going? Do we have a lot of roots? 0? Okay. So no. But some of that is because we were trying to make flour out of it. Do we have a lot of flour? No. Okay. I also wanted to check this ranch. Right. Okay, so we want meat to be highest priority, at least during drizzle. Because this is, well, I guess it still only produces 16. But that's pretty good. And I think eggs after that, because this is mostly a food building. I don't think I need fabric very badly. And let's set our meat. Okay, I did 75. That seemed like plenty high. So I guess I wanted to wait for all that to happen. Okay, the Discord is informing me you have to build a building for the Forsaken Altar. And I thought I guess I probably noticed this at the beginning of the game, but then forgot about it. This is the building. You can totally build it. Now, I don't have enough wood. I guess because all my wood is going to planks still? Yeah, I don't have that many planks, and I know I set the limit on this fairly high, right? Yeah, 40? Oh my god. And that's all going into tools. I should set a limit on tools. Have I done that? I haven't done that. That's kind of irresponsible because no, I have 0 tools right now. Really? Huh, okay, well. Limit that to, I don't know, I probably don't need more than 30 tools at a time. 40? I mean, it's a lot. But since I don't have a source of bars, the tools are not going to be that big. That big. I'm not going to be building many tools, so that's not going to be dragging me down too much on wood. So where is all my wood going? It's only going to planks, which is going to tools. That's it. Everything else is off. Right? Now, the bakery ingredient, or the bakery recipe is on, but it's set to don't consume... Oh, no, it's not on. Okay, well, if you do end up making this, please burn coal instead. Okay, the other thing is, have I set a limit on coal? Okay, I guess you can't when, in a mine? Now, I guess we're getting, okay, we're not that close to running out. We still have 75 more coal, plus we have, 80 in the bank. So, there's this other coal plant, or coal mine here, or potential coal mine. But we don't have to, we want to do that eventually. Oh, and there's another one here. So we have plenty of, coal opportunities, right? So we don't, I don't know, we don't need to start worrying about running out of fuel. We're building all this cool stuff. I mean, I guess get someone going there to make us meet, I think. I mean, in some sense, like, just gathering insects would be more efficient, probably, right? Because this is consuming my resources. Does it show me how long a recipe takes? It doesn't, does it? That's something I'm sort of interested in. Huh. Well, I don't know. Okay, so I have 2 people on woodcutting there. Where's my other woodcutting camp? It's down here. So I have 4 beavers woodcutting. And I'm still, like, struggling to get more wood. I think it's still fine. I don't want to be cutting into any glades right now. I have plenty of stuff. I just need to, like, get... I don't know. I'm going to unpause and we'll just see what happens. Actually, you know what? You shouldn't work here yet because we need all this stuff to get built first. Look at these scavengers here. I remember... You guys... No. Who's making the flour? You are. And you don't have... You're making packs of provisions out of... Oh. Oh yeah, trading. Especially here, is there anything I could do? No. I could here. I could sell them plant fiber or vegetables, right? I have billions of plant fiber. It only costs 1 pack, and it... but I don't have space for... Okay, 5 seconds from now I will. So where... Okay. Ta-da! We've got 4 amber. Oh, and it's from these guys. So we'll get them up to the next tier if we sell them the next thing. Ah, that's right. We gave these guys a bunch of coal. That's why I'm short provisions. Why the Harpy's making some. Alright, we'll just sell them some plant fiber. It's only 1 amber. Now, one other thing that we've been completely ignoring is the vassal tax. So we spent like 5 years not paying vassal tax for... But the Queen's Impatience is very close to its baseline level, so maybe I've somehow been paying it? I don't know. How do I... Like, right now, I have plenty of amber. I probably paid this last year, when Storm finished. Maybe a couple of the years before that, too. Interesting. I kind of assumed I hadn't been. Right, I remember we were struggling most with Resolve. Bakery's upset. No flour? I assume? Yes. And no flour because not enough roots. Why are all these roots taking so long? I don't know. Really could use some roots. Is there anything else you guys could do? I mean, you could make pottery, but we don't care about pottery. Make sure we're not... Don't ever... No, yes, do that, of course. This is fine. I guess you can make packs of provisions. Because when they do come up, being able to gain a bunch of amber is nice. I just don't know why we're not getting flour fast enough. Or, well... getting flour ingredients, which is just roots. could put these lizards to work also gathering roots, I suppose. Yeah, I remember that was one thing I was kind of struggling with, was... can I... Okay, so I do indeed have only one scavenger's camp. I was struggling with, like, should I have more? And I guess the answer is yes. Because it seems like I need a lot of roots to grind into all the flour that I want. So I guess I'll just build another one of these. And tell you guys to, like, get out of the bakery for a bit. No building materials. I don't have wood or something? I guess so. It's all going into planks. Okay, maybe I can set the planks limit a little bit lower now that I finally... Yeah, what? I don't know. Now that wood is more of an issue for me than planks is. Oh, I have homeless people, huh? Okay, my hearth here is almost done. That's nice. Each of these is already level 2, which is basically what I want to work for. Level 3 is less of a priority. Or sorry, yeah, I guess it's level 3. And neighborhood, right? Which would, it would add some defense against corruption. So I'm just double checking that because I want this to be the place that I build any new houses. So that these guys can become, yeah, go ahead and work there. What stone do I have? A lot? I mean, I could complete this and turn it into a stone path, but I don't think I will. I'll leave it at that. Okay, new trade route is done. My 1 amber. Woo! But that upgrades these guys. Oh, maybe I should have done the other one so that I could get... Done this first so I could sell a bunch of plant fiber for more... I don't think so. Oh, man. I'm not giving you my planks, buddy. Yeah, I think we're done for the season. Did we finally get any flour? No. But you're making some. So how much... What does 10 flour get us? Like 10 pies... Or, sorry, about 20 pies, actually. Maybe I should prioritize pies since they use less flour? Even though only one race eats the pies? I don't like that. So we have 2 races who eat the biscuits. I guess I don't have much in the way of biscuit. Oh, biscuits also take double... root. They take root and flour, which is kind of nasty. Whereas pies can be made. Let's prioritize making pies out of insects, because all this other stuff, much of it can be put into biscuits as well, which is not the case vice versa. Storage here, I assume, will help somehow. Still no wood. It's just all going into planks? No. Oh, and the planks are going to tools. I see. Do I mean, I still... No, I guess I don't need this. Oh, here's more amber. Wow. So, like, I have all the tools I need for the moment. There's nothing I've opened yet, but having the capabilities to get in here would be nice. Wow. Oh, I got a reputation point sometime? Okay. Herbs, berries, and mushrooms. I mean, I don't... There are herbs out there, I think, which I could gather, and I can't now. What do you do with wine? Used for luxury. Ah, which is itself a... Yeah. Okay, so beavers would enjoy wine. Brawling and religion. I mean, that would make the lizards very happy. But I don't believe I have a way to make incense at the moment. Nor training goods, so it's sort of ambitious. Whereas we do have some piles of herbs just sitting around all over the place, right? I could easily pick up like 100 herbs by just putting down one camp and moving it around. Oh look, there's one coal here, how weird. Oh, more coal here? Yeah, I missed that last time I was surveying all the coal. Oh yeah, and then this is like 120 herbs. So there's so many herbs. Which could be inputs to... What's it? Biscuits are the hard ones to make? Yeah. Somehow I have 20? A minute ago I didn't have any. Where did they all come from? Does my foragers camp gather them? Vegetables, grain, insects. Eggs, roots. So I don't have any way to gather herbs, and yet I somehow got 20 of them. Oh, maybe they're coming in from chopping down trees or plant fiber, or the roots I'm gathering have herbs attached to them. I see. By the way, still 0 roots and 0 flour. But I guess that's because I managed to make 20 pies. So something I still haven't really figured out is like whether, like how much more I should be exploring into glades. I'm not yet exploiting the resources of the glades I have already. The reward for the glade event could be something exciting that I'm using, like a new building. Or it could be some points, or there could be a cache. But I feel like I don't really need any of that right now. I think I should stop making my way into more glades. And I guess, like, just put someone here, right? Oh, you know what? Wait, I have so many idle workers and nobody's woodcutting with them. Woodcutting is a serious problem. Or wood supply is a serious problem. Okay, and you guys... We just need all the roots, please. So, I don't know that getting herbs is that urgent, but what else am I supposed to do? What do you do with oil? It's just fuel. I mean, there are recipes that use it, but I've already got tons of coal. It seems silly. The cellar just makes wine, which I could make luxury out of. I really want, like, the clan hall eventually. Oh, I already have a way to get brawling, huh? How is that? It doesn't show up here, right? I want to know about my services. Well, I guess I know where it'll be. Is it a city building? The Explorer's Lodge. Brawling and education, right. I mean, I could stop making tools. I think I'm going to be getting into more... I don't know. Do I build another woodcutter's camp? It seems crazy. What are you guys up to? Oh, you're hanging out by the fire, I see. Oh no, there's an abandoned cache you're looting. Maybe that's where I got my herbs from. Yeah, this was an herb cache. I remember that. Okay. Oh, and now here comes the flower. Oh, that's so pleasant. Okay, you guys, what are you mad about? You can't make flour still. Like, where are all the roots going, man? Oh, it's clearance. Let's look for new trade routes. I'm not mailing away my hard-earned pies for a little amber. I don't have trade goods or barrels. Do I have any oil? I have just not enough. Well, you know what? I have 5 amber. Let's upgrade our trade offers with this place, which is very close. I guess. Sure. Great. Alright, well that's useless. So we're not trading anything, which means we don't need more provisions. We don't need more flour, or we can't make more flour because we don't have any of the roots. How many roots are you guys hanging on to here? They're being carried back to storage. So, great. So I guess in a moment you'll be able to make flour, so just relax about it, will you? And maybe, now that we suddenly have a bunch of biscuit ingredients, we can stop prioritizing pie. Prioritize both, right? Look at all those insects, it's amazing. Yeah, so let's actually replace this person with a harpy and put a lizard back here. Now we're making some flour. Okay. We don't have any spare roots, but we had enough to start making some flour. I don't know. There aren't berries or mushrooms on this map, are there? No. So it would really just be to gather the herbs lying around, which is not nothing. Because those are the only biscuit ingredients I can make that are renewable and aren't roots, right? Because biscuits want herbs, berries, or roots, and I don't want to use the roots. Oh, can I? I guess I already had this right. They're both priority 1. Okay. So I guess this camp is fine. I don't have to take it now because I'm not going to build it now. So until I get another blueprint, there's not that much need to rush on it. Now, where are the people gathering insects right now? They're here, right? No. Yes? So these gather insects a little bit more slowly than here, because you're less likely to hit a double. But I think it's fine. We'll just empty that one out. Okay, there's actually stuff happening in both of these buildings now. I guess I'm content. I'm not really doing anything else this season. I'm just worried about my wood consumption is all. You're not coming till... That says in the middle of storm, but you don't ever arrive during storms. You're gonna wait till drizzle, I guess. Yeah, you have nothing to do. Just go, I don't know. Are there any useful paths we could build with you? Like, yes. We're gonna want to go here eventually. You might as well clean this up. That's fine. We're eventually going to want to mine this out. I have 5 builders. Because they finished clearing out of the cache or something, I assume. Well, that's good. It means I have spare people to work on stuff. I don't have much demand, though, huh? I guess, okay, we can put a harpy here and another lizard in the bakery. Because we did actually just gather a bunch of coal and it would be nice to make some fancy food with it. The other thing to note, I guess, is that lizards are pretty close to being happy. If we just gave them light treatment for the rest of the season, they would generate some points. And with all these spare people, I guess I'll take the herb gathering and just like do some of that. Oh yeah, there's a reroll for $5. I think the herbs are fine. Okay, are any of these like big herb nodes that would be especially good? I don't think so, right? I thought I saw some somewhere. These. Well, they don't. They still just have 20 and 20 of their other resources, right? Yeah. So any herb node is fine as long as you're willing to move around. Oh wait, this can also gather. Is that no, herbs, berries, and mushrooms. This doesn't matter, right? This seems like an okay spot then. It's very close to the storage and a hearth. Okay, so lizard points. We're getting some lizard points. Also, the Discord, by the way, I was just thinking about the Forsaken Altar. When I was asking about this on the Discord, they were like, yeah, what the hell? Raising dolphins? Well, they're like otters or something. Anyway, the Discord was saying, until you've like unlocked most of the Citadel, it's usually not a good idea to actually build the Forsaken Altar. Apparently you sacrifice like Citadel resources there for advantages in this building, which would be okay with me, I think. making a little bit of headway on food. This trade route worth 20 amber is done. Great. I could leave it here, actually, and see if I... Oh, hang on. I've opened enough caches. I don't think I want to get the newcomers until Drizzle. I don't need the parts or the scouts pack yet. I guess it'll give me this blueprint, but I'm about to get that anyway, right? So let's just dismiss that. Ignore this for a moment. Okay. I mean, it is looking like maybe we should start carving into another glade then, because... But why? Why? Right? We just need to, like, hone what we're doing. Get roots faster. Make more flour. There's a few spare roots right now. I still have 4 idle people. I can't figure out what to do with them. I guess, like... Well, 2 of them are going to go here in this thing I'm building, right? But I could build a rain collector, which would be okay. Because someday I might want to be able to make bricks. I don't even know where to put it. Like, is there any reason it has to be near anything besides a storage? Like, I guess you want it to be near wherever your people spend time, but whoever's assigned here will spend time here, and then it'll go to the nearest hearth. So, like, it just has to be near a hearth and a storage, I think. So there's lots of places that qualify for that. Yeah, let's build that, I guess. And... I think I'll wait until the next drizzle to open this up. Oh, you guys... You are done. You've built all the planks you can, and there's no more need for... no more supplies for simple tools. Yeah. So, I'd like you to do something useful instead of doing nothing. I'm not sure how this can be accomplished. I could put you at the ranch, I guess. Okay, so why don't you guys just, like, take a break? I'll put a lizard here. 1 is fine. Maybe we should just open this up? Since I don't think I really need the Tinkerer. Well, I do. It would be a way to make training gear, which I don't have yet. And then I could use the... whatever city building I have, that the Explorer's Lodge, right? I could give Brawling to the lizards and make them even happier for more points, right? So maybe that is a good idea. Let's go ahead and salvage this Tinker. Go get it. see we have some spare pies. That's very exciting. I'm sure they'll go quickly. What we don't have is spare roots, so we're not going to make more flour. But at the moment, we're still riding high on a tide of flour from this cache, I guess. Okay, so now... Oh, I have a new order. My last order. Have 50 paved roads. Well, that's not bad. Give out 16 total education. Oh no, within... Okay. Have given out 16 education recently. +3 to global resolve. And make you better at scrolls. I mean, I would love education. This would not be difficult to do, because I could just, like, pave some of my roads. And I already have a mild head start on it. I think I'd like to aim for knowledge, but I don't have to take it now. Because if I look at scroll... Yeah, I just don't have any way to make scrolls right now. Or education, right? My only city building is the Explorer's Lodge, which makes... Oh, no, it does. Education. Yeah, so I think that would be a really, really nice thing to be able to get, is some scrolls. There was a press available that I didn't take. I took the Harvest Herbalist's Camp instead, right? A press, like a bad way to make scrolls, is that correct? Buildings... Press. It does not make scrolls. It's not a printing press. It just squeezes stuff. Okay. So as Storm is beginning, we no longer wish to treat the lizards lightly. I guess we're not going to get that point before... That's too bad. And we probably need to take people off of woodcutting just to lower this hostility. Yeah, down to 3. So we're still, like, paying the vassal tax. And I assume it's going to take 25 amber, or maybe 30? Which is so much. But I have 58, which is insane. So, I mean, what else can we do? I could send someone... Oh, is it Trapper's Camp that's only got one person at it? That's a little silly. I could send someone to work at the mines. Which... There's still 40 coal left. What are some lizards up to that they don't need to be doing? Because lizards are pretty cool right now. You... Wait, you're at the crude workstation? Making fabric? Did I not set a limit for... Oh, no. Okay, 40 is plenty. Thank you. Knock it off. And 40 bricks is also plenty, I guess. Okay, well, you are the unsung hero of this place, but you are getting a new job. He's almost done, so I'm not going to reassign him. Gonna let him finish what he's making. 7 idle people. We're working on the Tinkerer. The Rain Collector's coming up in a moment, I guess. We could build the next mine just to be prepared. And I think it would be like here, which is close enough to storage. It's kind of far. But I could give it the upgrade that automates collection. Oh, this would be most of my parts, wouldn't it? Maybe that's not such a good idea. This will give me 5 more parts. This will give me 5 more parts. Eventually. And we want this, which will give me 10 more, so that's like 20, but I don't actually have them yet. I can't figure out what else to do with my people. I guess I could at least build more shelter in here. Because I want this to grow. And once I get more newcomers, we'll have enough people to put in here. I'm just worried about the hostility effects. Yeah, everyone hates it here. So we're going to lose a few more people. This is still safe, right? Yeah. Okay, you... Alright, who's good at this? Beavers are good at this. Oh, and... so are you. You know, beavers like it. You guys are good at it. Actually, with beaver resolve at 0, I should be putting beavers on jobs they like. Yeah, see? Look at that. So I guess this building is the main one that has Blightrot on it, right? Like, there's 1 or 2 here, but... Forager's Camp is empty, so I don't remember what you were gathering, but... Let's move you... I guess here? Oh, I have a new blueprint. I did get there before the lizard's resolve dropped off. Nice. Skewers are pretty easy to make, aren't they? Yeah. And we have 2 races who like those. I just need to adjust the consumption on some stuff. So... we ate all the raw vegetables, huh? So if you have to eat something raw, just eat bugs. We have 1 million of them. And when you're making... I guess it should be like that. Prefer herbs if you can, berries if you have to, and roots if you really have to. No, wait. What am I doing? Yes, I want berries to be the lowest priority thing here. Because we want skewers. Which are going to be made out of bugs or meat. And probably berries. We don't have a sustainable source of berries, so I guess they'll be made out of roots eventually, which is pretty bad. I don't know that it's so bad. It's a use for roots that doesn't have to be ground into flour first. Right, it's like 4 roots that eventually go into 10 food items, whereas... Where are my recipes? To make, like, pie... No, hang on. It doesn't list... Oh, there's flour. We turn 7 roots into 10 flour, which that 10 flower eventually turns into, like, I don't know. So it's another use of roots, which I'm a little worried about, because we're not really, like, saving up a bunch of roots, right? But skewers, and I bet pigments would be useful as well. Yeah, I should take this. It's better than, like, a lizard house or a beaver house. I would like to give them the resolve bonus, but I've already sort of built some shelters, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the cookhouse and build it. Incense will help if we eventually get religion. Or, wait a minute. What's the city building I have? Education and brawling, right? Yeah. So if you ever get away... Or no, pigments. It's pigments, not... No, it makes incense and pigments? Where did I put it? I'm lost already. Here it is. It makes pigments, not incense. Okay. Pigments you can make out of coal. That would be a use for all my spare coal, right? What do I do with pigments? Anything? Nothing yet. Let's set the limit on those to like 10 then. Ah! It's Storm. Let's see about this then. Can't make any of this stuff. I could sell some reeds for a decent deal. I don't really want to sell my stone. I don't know. I get nervous about non-renewable resources like that. So reeds, for me, are a renewable resource because you always start off with, well, I mean, they're not renewable, but isn't there the harvester's camp, right? Yeah, you can gather reeds at the harvester's camp, and I have a big chunk of them up there. How much? Like 100? I guess that's it, huh? So I have like 100 reeds. And here, like, reeds are one thing I can use. Okay. I found another use for vegetables, so please... I mean, reeds are my favorite thing, I guess, to spend on making meat. I don't know if I really want to spend berries making eggs, actually. Because you can't skewer an egg, but you can skewer a berry. Okay, well, I don't know if I really want to spend my reeds then. I don't know, it's a pretty good deal, I feel like. I could get as much as 8 amber? I don't know. Let's not. And none of the other trades were even possible. Okay, so I think we might lose only a harpy here. Man, the lizard resolve takes forever to go down. This is going to be a pretty decent storm, I think. What's your deal? Ah, you're finished. Yes, I was going to move you. Thank you for the reminder. Get over there. I mean, I guess I could actually save the harpy, right? Mistreat everyone else. Okay, there's my house. Ah, no one's at the herbalist's camp. This is still doing fine. If I ever worry about it, I can just throw down some more decorations to upgrade this, and I think it should be very survivable. A harpy left. Oh, their resolve is still 0. I figured this would solve the problem, but it doesn't. Alright, well, forget it. As you were, then. Get in there. Oh, you know what? We could build this path out while we're here. I don't know how many stone paths I currently have. That's still not the order I want, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Which means I'll worry about it, but like quietly and for no reason. Alright, traders here. Let's get back to babying the lizards, shall we? I'll take all your flour, please. I think. Extra pottery. Gain insects per mushrooms. I'm not really... I'm making a lot of insects. I'm not making a lot of mushrooms, so that doesn't seem that good. All buildings have their storage capacity increased. Is that good? It would cut down on travel time. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, and I did pay like 25 amber, I think. I had 58, as I recall. I could pick up the mushrooms and the berries as well, would be nice. Oh, and the roots. Okay, I would love to buy all of your raw food, sir. First, let's have a look at the trading. Yeah, give me this. I got the group of newcomers there. Maybe I should have waited for Cornerstone in case the Cornerstone affected newcomers. Oh, that was a trade thing I cashed in. It wasn't my order, right? Oh, okay. I mean, I should take protected trade. But I should have done that before cashing in the order, apparently. Is that my second pip of this? It is. Okay, well, this is going to get exciting. So first of all, let's look at the trades. Is any of this going to influence me somehow? We could sell tools for a lot of money. Don't really want to. I like my tools. I'm not selling you any of my parts. I don't really want to sell anything. I could sell 2 tools just to like keep the wheels moving here. I don't have to sell more than that. But actually, like I'm not that bad at making tools, and 35 amber would be insane, right? All right, go. It'll give my workers something to do at the carpentry mill. So, you are going to give me everything I've ever wanted. Which does not include these stupid perks. Well, wait. Flour is 0.31. I could just buy the pie, huh? That saves me a lot of flour. And production time. What if I did both? Like, that's a lot of amber. That's more than I have. Weirdly, the berries and the roots are more expensive than the produced food. Okay, let's just give all that shit back then. I guess I'll take vegetables to make skewers out of, and also to feed to animals to make meat. Okay, let's just, like, here. Take all of my amber, and this is, like, a pretty close to done deal, huh? I think that's good enough. I don't seem to need bricks right now. Let's just sell him 62 gold worth of stuff. 62 amber. Which will help with hostility, I assume. Well, it certainly will. I assume it'll help enough to be interesting. Yeah. Alright, well that was pretty cool. So now we have to put everybody back to, like... Oh, hang on. Don't I have newcomers or something? No, I have this. So I have to put people back to work wood cutting. And I'd like somebody to work at the carpenter shop to make more tools. Since I just spent mine, I'm opening a dangerous glade. The rain collector, I think, can just sit idle, unless I have way more people than I need. We should assign some more lizards in here to get going on skewers. These are both 2-star biscuit recipes, so it doesn't matter which one. Okay, do they have the same priority set, I hope? For biscuits, yes. Okay. And this leaves us with 3 builders. Did this get upgraded? Only 6 people live here. Nobody moved in here, huh? Okay. But there will be newcomers at the beginning of the year, I assume. So let's, I guess, build a couple of these decorations for more global resolve. There's the newcomers. If you come with... Oh, that's not flour. I thought that would be... I thought that was flour. It's clay. I mean, that's still good. Sure. I guess I want the most... I want lizards the most, though, right? I have great jobs for them, and they're the ones generating resolve. Okay. Why is their threshold only 12? Have they not had pies recently or something? Some of them have. Okay, but we can now build some more shelter up here. Another harpy house wouldn't be bad either. Their threshold is 15. I don't know why they're so much lower than they were before. Okay, it's climbing for reasons I don't understand. They're less homeless, maybe? I don't know. Oh, we can assign them to jobs, right? Jobs that they'll enjoy. Nice. Lots of cooking. And I still have a ton of idle people. Let's throw some beavers in here. Oh man, look at this convoy. They came from all the way down here. Why didn't... I guess there just isn't stuff to do up here, so everyone still has to... Yeah, they just arrived, right? Makes sense. Okay, so lizards are generating resolve, or reputation, barely. That's all I could ask for. How long till you leave? Should I trade you something else? 20 seconds. I mean, not really. We burned through all that flour pretty fast, huh? Yes, we're minus 75 hostility from trades. That's nice. Ah, right. The lizards are getting even happier for some reason. They're probably eating fancy food. Now they're not homeless anymore. What was that noise? What does it mean? Oh, did I get into the glade? Yes, that's what that noise is. A lumber mill? That would be an improvement on my plank recipe. That's nice. The destroyed caravan. That's easy enough to do. Sort of. I mean, minus 6 to global resolve I can handle even while mistreating everyone but my lizards. Essence is a building material, right? I am out. If I ever want another hearth, this could be nice to have. I can't do anything with wine and ale. I could package them into luxury goods if I have a way to make that. I don't remember if I do. I think that I would rather have the points and the amber, though. What else can we do? We can open a cache here. 2 tablets. Carry even more goods. Some medic currency. I think I'll just take... I'm more concerned with making sure I win the game. Let's turn off planks here, because we have a lot. And we know that in sort of the near future, we're going to get a better plank recipe. Oh, and also scrolls. Oh, that's so nice. That might even be better than... Wait. Oh, right, yes. I was looking at the 2 stars, and I was like, what? I thought it was 3. But yes, you should look a little higher up there. I can't mouse over it, because if I do, it drops this. But yeah, that's nice. Nice. Very good. We want a lumber mill. So, I mean, I guess I could extend the path in there. It doesn't seem that important. I can't even. There's stuff in the way. Well, I guess while Lizard Resolve... While I'm working on this event, Lizard Resolve is headed to be low enough that it won't be generating points. So I don't necessarily need this, but also it doesn't hurt. And I think if I keep this on long enough, this will drop less quickly. Yeah, I think we're in a very winnable position now. There was a time when I doubted it, because we didn't seem to be making much progress. But now, like, it feels like we don't even need progress anymore. We're just, like, kicking ass, right? Oh, someone could make... I assume, are we still building stuff? Is this stuff all done? It looks done. You did get upgraded, okay. We could make flour, but not very much, so I don't think we need to pull anyone back here. I have so much food, and it's mostly meat and bugs. Fortunately, we have a bunch of pies. How's the cookhouse going? Have you guys ever made any skewers? Your top priority should be skewers, I think. Let's... how do I... What I should get used to doing is, in addition to right-click or clicking the recipes, I should come up here and set limits on stuff. Like, you know, 40 skewers is probably fine. We'll say 20 pies. Oh, I don't have enough tools. I see. I figured I would, because I'm so good at things. At making tools. What is this, by the way? Stone. A big stone deposit, I see. Well, that's nice. Don't I have a stonecutter's camp somewhere? Maybe not. Maybe this is the first time I've ever gathered stone? It must be. Fascinating. I mean, I don't even need it right now, right? I have 120 of it, and somehow I'm still getting more? What? Who's giving me stone? Does it come out of the mine sometimes? No, right? That's so weird. Oh, do some of the trees have stone in them? Yes, I see. Okay. I mean, we're nearly done making the 2 extra tools that will be needed. So I think I'm just gonna wait here. I could start on the lumber mill instead, but I guess I'm not going to for reasons unknown. I have only one builder, but it's better that she do something than nothing, right? I missed what the pop-up there was. Hopefully not important. Wait. What happened to the tools that you just made? Where'd they go? They're not in storage. I guess you brought them to... Okay, you brought them to global storage, even though I don't totally know how you need to do that. So this guy's no longer idle. He went back home to get the tools. Great. I mean, I could assign... Oh. Ah, it must have been I finished opening a cache or something, right? Whatever those harpies were building is done. I don't know what it was, though. Whoa, this place is running out of roots. Okay, exciting. We'll get a notification when it runs out, though. Look at them. They're like vultures, but they're harpies. I hope that's not a slur. Okay, I don't need to keep treating you so nice. Also, it's clearance now. I mean, I could treat you nice. It's not hurting me to do that, and it'll get your resolve up higher when this is done, I assume. Or this. So, who wants to trade? Fabric. I'm not good at making fabric. I've just accumulated a lot over my long lifespan, right? I should not sell it. Trade goods are something I could try to make progress on eventually. I can sell these guys a tiny bit of oil. Just like keep things going. I got 10 oil from some event somewhere. I think it's fine to just give it away. Trade goods are something I dream of making one day, I think. I don't have a way to do it, but doesn't the lumber mill make them? It does, and we could make it out of pigments, or somehow we have a bunch of pottery? I'm not sure where that came from. Well, would you guys go investigate, please? You're just sitting here doing nothing instead of working on this? Yes, I think that's all the trading. Well, I'm not allowed to do any more trading, but I think that's all the trading I want to do even when those two finish. We could probably move these guys and head to another glade, right? I know I was saying earlier I just need to, like, exploit what I have instead of do more exploring, but these glade events are so good. You get, like, a lumber mill and you know, what, points and money? Like, what the hell? And more points and more money? It's great, right? Why wouldn't you just keep chopping your way into more dangerous glades? I guess one reason is right now we don't have any tools. So we could run into a glade event that wants tools, but most of them can be solved with bricks or fabric or lumber if you have to, and I have big stockpiles of those. Some of them can be solved with coal, which I obviously have in excess. Let's head down here next, I think. Because that's pretty close to storage. So it shouldn't be too long to get in. Alright, let's speed things up. There's an exclamation point here. You're waiting idle at the bakery because... Let me guess, no flour. Yeah, no flour. Okay. Well, I mean, we could chop up a few roots into some flour. Just get going, I guess. Did I upgrade this mine all the way? I didn't. So It's now empty. How come you have stone? Huh. So I could take one of these upgrades if I had 12 goods, which I don't. Oh wow, this thing's totally full, huh? Still no problem, though. So I'd like to get this, you know, producing more stuff. Maybe take this one. But we currently still have plenty and plenty of coal. Yeah, idling. Oh, it digs up copper ore. Oh no, copper ore coal, it should say, I guess. It's a mine placed on a coal or ore vein. I wish the coal popped up this way when you did this. So I could build another mine here. I think this is an okay place for a mine. And it's certainly cheaper to do that than it is to, like, upgrade this one. But at the moment, I don't really need to do either, right? Right. Can I, like... Here. I mean... We can make some more packs of provisions, if nothing else, and a few bits of flour. This whole route into flour thing is not as sustainable as I had hoped it would be. There are more routes around somewhere up here, but not that many. Or these are probably better. Trade route finished. Okay, give me the goods. Yeah, still nothing I want to do. Can we finish this already? Soon. The mine is empty. Yes, correct. It's just, I don't have that many parts that I really want to spend any on another mine, when eventually we can just spend tools to refresh this mine. And I have, you know, 150 coal lying around. Actually... Did I find a way to make training goods? I think I didn't, right? I did not. But scrolls I do have a way to do here. Which is a good enough reason, I believe, to build the Explorer's Lounge. Oh my gosh, it's huge. I haven't built one already, have I? No, okay, good. That would be embarrassing. Where does everyone live? How can I see that? I guess it doesn't matter. Where do the lizards work? They work here. So I should give them the religion here. Trade route! Woo! 35 amber. We did it. There go all the tools I wanted. But, I mean, 35 amber is pretty sweet, right? Hostility went down again. That's, I guess, how we stay stable, right? Man, imagine if I hadn't cashed in that 20 amber before getting this perk. Okay, we have a lumber mill now, so this is very exciting, because in here I can say, you must never make planks. I already did that. And, you know, like... If you wanted to make luxury goods here, that would be okay, I guess. You're pretty good at it. And I'm not using the incense for anything. But I am. I'm making religion. Stop. Cease. Okay. So this place only makes tools. This place, apparently I can't move. And it makes planks and scrolls. And probably not trade goods. Well, I mean... Trade goods are okay. They're just a lower priority. Oh, actually, no. The only thing I can really make trade goods out of is pigment at the moment. And I would love to make some scrolls. Can I, make... I don't know. Are planks a higher priority than scrolls? Maybe. Yeah, I guess I am getting pretty low. It would be nice to assign beavers here, but they're busy chopping down wood, so... Let's assign these guys. And I guess what I should have done already is built some storage right near here, because I can't move this. And I want production of scrolls and planks to be very lovely. To be fast and not have to walk all the way back here. They'll have to when they rest, but at least we can speed up the delivery of stuff. And storage, I guess it does cost parts, huh? But only one, I think? I didn't even look. Yeah, one part's not that bad. Rain mill is better at making flour, but we don't really need that. Smokehouse for jerky? It's just the lizards who like jerky, right? I think. No, harpies like jerky too, and it's very easy to make. Yeah, seems like an easy take. Lizards love working here too. Can I move these? It's free? Is that my first incense recipe? Or doesn't one of the other things have it? I've forgotten already. It is my first incense recipe. Nice. Prefer to make it out of bugs. Our most renewable resource, please. And then if you have to, you can use herbs. Definitely prefer coal. We have a lot of that. For now. Okay, very excited about the jerky. Our wood supply is going to struggle again soon. And resolve going up by 6 everywhere. Woo! If I stopped mistreating the harpies, they would almost be happy. Okay, here's the Explorer's Lodge. So it turns scrolls into education. Oh, I thought I had something that made religion, but I don't. I have education. And I didn't find a way to make training gear, right? Yeah, okay. Fine. You know, we can just, like, have nobody working at the bakery, I think. Have the cookhouse make skewers and biscuits, and that's fine. I would like the pies, but it's not like I'm swimming in flour. Oh wow, we're actually close to our 150 meat threshold I set arbitrarily. Oh, I said it's a 75. They're making leather. That's fine actually for scrolls, right? Although, what are you turning into leather? Plant fiber. 2 plant fiber into 4 leather? Okay, I mean, I guess that's doubling our scroll throughput, so sure. And I forget, do I have something that makes pigments? Yes, the cookhouse. Great. Now, I don't have scrolls yet, I believe. But it'll come soon enough. What happened? Oh, something good, right? I didn't see what it was. Ah, a glade. I forgot we were even cutting into this. Cool. So here's a cemetery. It wants coal. Gaining pottery is kind of cute. Being able to sell 5 ancient tablets? And also, like, my bricks, well, I still have a lot, I guess. Here's a big pile of people who would be happy to just be fed some bugs. Or I could take the amber. Because people are a blessing and a curse, right? You get to do more stuff, but the hostility goes up. So I think I would rather have this. But obviously the Trader Cemetery is the bigger threat. I genuinely don't know which of these is more useful. I think I'm generating points pretty well. A source of pottery could help for something in the future, and all these ancient tablets are going to lower hostility so much they don't have to worry much about losing. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Right, how much are tablets worth? It's like a lot. $8. So this is $40, which is a big hostility dip. Yeah, that seems good. And then we also get the wildfire essence, so let's put down another hearth. This cache could be opened if I had tools, which I don't. Movement speed, trade goods. Okay, so I would just take the points if I ever get a chance to do this. And this can wait. I don't need the amber, right? Yeah. So it's just a source of even more bugs and eggs, basically, in here. Oh, and also dangerous glade events. Oh, yeah. Solving, like, the lumber mill even counts, right? And when we're done loading this cache up, that, I believe, also counts? I don't remember. Maybe not. But we should open some more dangerous glades and get this order done. Not urgent. Oh, we're just done loading up the deserted caravan goods, I guess? Oh, that's my storage, right. I mean, I guess I have idle people. I might as well just go, right? The game feels almost sedate now, where it's previously usually been pretty hectic. I'm just like, oh yeah, do whatever. Oh, lizards. Okay, I guess the storm's coming, and we're probably gonna have some attrition during the storm. That's fine, I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, your target resolve is now 22. So let's get everyone else's resolve back up for the storm, so we have a little more buffer. What is that noise? I always... Was that a point? Did I get a point? That's probably what that noise was. Oh, look, harpies are happy. I mean, that's about to change, but they can start generating points soon. Why are you so happy? I guess you're getting, like, all your complex foods, probably? And we can give you education soon. Okay, Storm is here. So it is time to unassign the woodcutters. And sadly, time to pay our vassal tax, but that's alright. Any trades we should make? Could sell a bunch of coal. I mean, 35 of my 112? I think I'm pretty happy to do that. Alright, I guess that's enough. I can sell some berries to make these guys happy, but I like my berries. So, find something for the woodcutters to do. Ah, this is about to notify me that it's empty. Or no, they're going down there. How sad. I see. These guys are okay. So neither of them is actually empty. They're just not placed very nicely. I could scooch these a little bit closer. I guess they're probably fine. I don't know. I actually can't fit them very close. This one should move, though. Trapper's already working on these eggs. And they're better at it. Oh, there's roots here. I forgot about those. Okay, great. Yeah, so everyone's resolve is headed to negative. Okay, next year we might have to worry about this a little bit. Let's build the decorations that we're going to need here, right? Some aesthetics. Okay, there's my 4 road signs. And more barrels. There you go. That'll get this some more corruption resistance. And it gives my builders something to do. I feel like I should be putting them in, like, an actual productive job. I just can't figure out which one. Well, okay, I could put beavers here, I guess. It might not be worth, like, the disruption of taking workers out. Oh well. Any other building I can do at the moment that would be useful? Probably gonna need some more shelters soon. There is actually space for one more harpy here, which is all this one needs to upgrade. So I guess if I'm building another house, it should be here, right? Yeah. And I guess, I mean, just in case, we could build some blight rot prevention stuff. But I'm kind of enjoying the extra productivity, right? And I'm avoiding... There's more reputation? Is that right? No, that was a... Can't have been a glade. I don't know what that was. thought that was the reputation point sound. Anyway, we're keeping things under control here so that we don't have to burn down the blight rot, right? It doesn't tell me what you get for upgrading, but I recall it being more resolve bonus, or not resolve bonus, corruption resistance. Yeah, this storm's going great. Everyone's just so happy about all the extra food. Oh, I guess I could move these. Maybe build another hearth down here. We could check out a very dangerous glade. It seems a little dangerous. I think we're just doing fine and we don't have to risk that. We're like on a path to victory at the moment. Let's not disrupt that. Actually, this is the closest. I guess I could be doing this while unpaused, because I don't know how much else to do. But I do, right? Look. Isn't it great that I waited on that? Okay. Now, did I actually get that? Okay, so I can't build any more hearths yet. Oh, what happened? We got the reward out of this. This I'm getting more wildfire essence from, but I don't have it yet. Still tons of coal. I imagine way more spark dew than I could ever need. 76 is a lot, but it's not way more than you'll ever need. Okay, sorry, we could have saved that beaver, I guess. But not also saved the harpy, I guess. Gain extra leather, huh? I have a reroll. But this would, like, increase my leather production by 50%, which would help with scrolls? Did I finally build any scrolls, by the way? No. We're still working on planks. Oh, here come the scrolls. Okay. I'll take the plant fiber and clay. Okay, and nobody's homeless. Great. This place now has enough people to upgrade if we just built the decorations for it. You've run out of stuff to do. Wait, what? Why? You have roots. You have the capacity. Oh, there's too much flour. Oh, happy day. Let's bake some pies, baby. So I feel as though what I should do now is just make sure I have enough coal. Before we run out, because 58 is a lot, but it's not infinity. I don't know. I guess what I should do now is like gain points. And once we have a few scrolls, I can then take my order. Yeah, let's just gain extra leather. Why not? My order here. Well, I guess I can pick it up now, right? Because we're now pretty sure we're not going to do this one. I love the rewards for this a lot. And I actually have the capacity to meet it now. I just want to wait until I have a few more scrolls lying around before I turn this on. I could make a few tools. I don't really need to. Oh, woodcutting, woodcutting, woodcutting. Did I put any beavers anywhere silly for the winter? I put one up there. Why don't you stop doing that? Hostility 8, my goodness. Ah, that's hurting Harpy Resolve so that we're not actually getting points out of it, huh? Cutting this down is actually, like, kind of useful. There's no trades, right? I already looked. Can sell some flour. Don't really want to. Oh, I haven't looked. Okay. Oh, sell all of my meat. Here you go. Take it. Well, I could sell some coal and get more money for it, I guess. But we'll do this first, and we'll sell the coal once this comes in. Yeah, let's just build another mine. Well, if I had to, could I burn wood? No, is the answer to that. My coal count is getting low enough that I would like to start getting some more. Harpies. What can harpies do? Work at the Explorer's Lodge. The thing is, this is not actually enough to get us resolve from them. So I guess I'm just going to say... Like, if I unassigned the woodcutters, I could actually be getting points. But I think we should not be doing that. We should... Hey. We should be getting in there. And get points from the Glade events. And my order for solving Glade events. Okay, we're at 20 scrolls. So once we're at like 40, I think, we can reasonably turn this on. In fact, I think we could probably do it. Well, no, I want to make sure I have a lot. Who is it that wants education, right? It's beavers and harpies. So I do have enough people that I can have 16 educated people at once. Why do I have a spare beaver? Did I decide not to work? No, I don't think so. Maybe he was busy foraging or something? I don't know what's happening. Different hostility levels, I guess. And so the upgrades here, they cost 6 tools and 20 planks. This upgrade costs 12 tools, and like right now I only have 2, so I can't do either. A trade route's finished. Maybe that's what the thing was. Just finished selling all my coal. Now I'm probably going to sell more coal. Keep fighting back that hostility, right? That's almost all of my coal. So I'll just assign more people to work on it. Harpies are happy right now? Okay, I guess I will do this then. Now, one thing I haven't, like, totally confirmed for myself is if you have 3 hearths, do you burn fuel 3 times as fast? It would make sense, but I don't know how to confirm it. I guess, like, you do, right? Because we just used up some coal pretty fast. Yeah, we're going through more than 1 a minute. Although, I guess we're using it on other things as well, right? Okay, since I just sold all my coal, I'm going to have to actually turn on burning of wood for a little while. While we wait for the first coal delivery to come in. It's a lot of reputation. Ooh, a trader. Oh, he's the one with infused tools, isn't he? Although I don't see any. I could buy some fuel. Okay, that's something. Okay, how about the perks? Hostility minus 50? I don't think that's that good right now. Woodcutter camp production is faster? That's fine. I think in some sense the most important stuff I can get is bricks of the various kinds. And sea marrow to tide me over on fuel, just maybe in case. So I don't have to burn wood right now. I think buying the axes is fine. Seems very good, in fact. This stuff I don't really need. Hostility minus 50 is fine, but I can get that just by, like, selling my amber. I think this actually is worse. Well, no. In terms of the hostility gained, buying this is better than spending my amber on other goods, but you don't get the other goods then. Why are these locked, by the way? Is that like a Citadel upgrade thing or a later in the game thing? I don't know. Oh, there's parts as well, although they're very expensive. I don't think I really need them. I think I have everything I need to win, really. So every 3 of these is 2 tools. Yeah, so these are definitely a solid deal. $25 of that's probably plenty. I could buy more copper bars. Don't really need bricks or fabric. Could buy some more marrow. I'm gonna get more wildfire essence, as I recall. Yeah. How many parts do I have? 6? I have a few more coming, and I don't think I need that many more. But, like, just in case, let's grab a few. And I'll take the rest in Sea Marrow, I guess? Or no? In copper bricks? Copper bars, whatever. There, a nice solid trade. Thank you, please go away. And so that's helped lower hostility again. Oh my god. Really? It was in hostility 8 a minute ago. That's pretty nuts. Okay, cool. I don't know, by the way, is this reduction before or after multiplication? Is there a way we can see that? I guess it's before multiplication, right? So that reduction is multiplied, so we're actually getting like 45 hostility when this goes off. Yeah, 'cause it says 120 or 135, so like that should be 255, right? Which, well, I guess that is what it says here, so I'm not sure. Anyway, seems fine. Seems great. Seems great that we've figured out how to mitigate the hostility gains again. How are we doing on scrolls? I have 40, so great. Let's turn this on. What do you get for this? Each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. Oh, I mean, I guess it's worth assigning everyone to this, right? Yeah, because wealth is 4 pips of resolve. Nice. They're at 29 out of 15. They should be pretty happy. Trade route completed. Oh, lower the hostility some more, please. I could even sell some of my crystallized dew for more money. I just bought these. For 1 each. So this cost me 3, and this cost me... I mean, I think it's actually profitable. Just buy them from the trader and then send them away, right? Especially since it gives me more amber. Great. It's not gonna... Is it gonna come back while he's still here? No. High level of corruption. Uh-huh. Really? I kind of thought this would have been enough. I'm glad I found out now. So, fine. Let's build... a blight post, I guess. What do I lack? Bricks? Parts? Oh, I lack builders, right. The guys who are making skewers could maybe work on this. But they make biscuits, too. How about some of the harpies who are gathering bugs? How's the ranch going? Making eggs and leather? Leather, actually. Actually, turning 2 insects into 5 eggs is not so bad. Oh my god, I have way too much leather. Holy shit. Okay, that should be addressed. I just assumed, like, okay, I don't know. Don't make more than 50 leather. So shouldn't you guys be, like, idle soon? Anyway, turning a smaller number of insects into a larger number of bugs, or into eggs, is fine. Like, that can make pies or whatever. But I need to free up some workers. This scavenger's camp kind of sucks now. Are we, like... We're not actually climbing on coal, huh? That's a little worrying. I sort of figured one mine would be enough. Oh, the carpenter should have people working here, making tools. I bought all these bars for a reason. I mean, I could buy more sea marrow. I think I should buy some Purging Flame as well. Because we don't have, like... We don't have all year. Even... We have to build this and then we have to staff it. So... I think, yeah, let's... Here. Take all my money. Just give me this stuff, I guess. And then more sea marrow. And we've somehow, like, run into fuel problems. I don't have any use for my copper ore, really. Alright, you want like one bit of clay? You're gonna haggle over that? Enjoy. So how educated are my beavers? Is it working? 0. Harpies? 1. Okay, so the next like round of rests will get everybody there, and that'll accomplish this goal. I guess it does say year 1. This just means I just have to finish building this by the end of the year. It doesn't have to be any faster than that, and that's nice. Trade goods? Oh, I'm already working on this trade. Okay. Well, I can sell some bugs if I wanted to later. Get to level 2, that would be something, wouldn't it? What happened? We're in a dangerous glade. Living matter. I've heard of this. What's your deal? Mysterious rotten matter created by the rain. It grows with time, becoming more and more dangerous, but it's also a source of extremely rare resources. So, okay. Living matter, -3 global resolve. Not a big deal. It makes more living matter. While you're working on it, cooked and raw food in the storage is disappearing at a rate of 5 per 10 seconds. Okay. I don't actually see where the positive part of this comes from. I guess, like, we get parts in crystallized dew is the idea. So if we wanted to, we could let it grow another copy of itself. I mean, it would cost us Like, global resolve's no big deal. Actually, if I stopped being nice to harpies, then lizards would be generating resolve as well. Okay. I'm just gonna, like, clean this up. I'm not gonna try and figure out how to farm this shit. Go get it, guys. So we're gonna be losing food for a little while. We have 1 billion, so it's fine. I don't have any more amber, and I won't before you leave. Okay. You're making flour. I love to see it. Oh yeah, what's this? Storage? Storage can't be moved, can it? I mean, I guess having one out here is still nice. And you? An abandoned cache. It's a bunch of pottery training gear? That would be nice, actually. Yeah, I would love that. I could have bought some tools from this guy. I don't know, I'm stubborn and I'd rather build them myself. Okay, you beavers, get off this. You have way too much of that shit and you can't even do anything with it. Go work at the carpenter to make more tools. Oh, I have a blueprint. Being able to make training gear at 2 stars seems kind of cool, doesn't it? There's also a beaver house. I don't know. I think I'd rather just be able to make training gear. Because then they could brawl here as well. Okay, this is done now. We don't really need to build any. We can just assign people once the season starts. Grain and clay? I mean, that's something. I like grain. It's certainly worth paying 4 bricks for. I just don't really have the time to do it right now. Oh yeah, what's in here? Points. I have better uses for my tools now, it turns out. Scouts are idle at storage. Oh, I didn't realize I had assigned you. Alright, well, go salvage it, I guess. No deposits at the herbalist's camp. Okay, well, more herbs right here then. Alright, let's speed up time, I guess. Ah, cash in the knowledge. Great. So that got me more parts, more global resolve, and scroll production is so exciting. Let's set a limit of, like, I don't know, 30 scrolls or something. Should be plenty. I'd like a religion building at some point. Oh, new blueprint again. A temple could provide religion. Oh, scribe makes scrolls so much better. I mean, religion would make the lizards happy, but only the lizards, right? Yeah, no one else wants religion. But I mean, look at how happy everybody is. Are any of these like, what do these do? Global production rate is faster. Villagers are less likely to leave during, or they take longer to leave during the storm. It's nice, but I don't think I need it. Temple. Don't really care about that. I mean, a beaver house is not nothing. It seems a little bit reckless to, like, I don't know. Who likes cleanliness? Actually, do beavers like cleanliness? Maybe they do. No, it's just like harpies, I think. I don't seem to need any of this. Religion would be just for lizards. Cleanliness would be just for harpies. I forget. Do I have? I don't have an incense source, right? Ah, I do. In fact, I've been making it. Alright, let's set the limit on that to like 30, please. That's where all my coal's been going. So I guess I should just build that to make use of it, I guess. Oh yeah, right. Cleanliness wouldn't help at all because I don't have any cosmetics. Yeah, temple's fine. It's nothing incredible, but it'll speed up winning the game somehow or other. What is this? I forgot already. A cooperage to make training gear. Is that another point? What did I get? No. Get into another glade? Sounded like a glade. I don't see a glade notification, though. I don't know. It's a mystery. I have no idea what it could be. Maybe I got a reputation for finishing this? That makes sense. So in this cooperage... build training gear. And the limit on training gear is like 30. So we're gonna need a lot more planks because of that. We're suddenly turning them into training materials. How am I for tools? Still just 2, huh? Takes a while, I guess. Everyone else is no longer happy enough for whatever reason. Oh, hostility went up, I guess? Okay. So, let's just batten down the hatches. anyone enjoy the Blight Post? I bet lizards do. I mean, I guess technically it's not clearance yet. It's not drizzle or storm. Any last trade routes I can kick off while it's still clearance? I can sell a bunch of bugs. Got lots. Help yourselves. Is there some way to increase the total number of trade routes you can have active at a time? Because I feel like 2 of them is actually a mild limiter to me. Nothing serious, but... Okay, and can we, like... What else can we do? I don't know. Let's just build stuff. We're still very close to winning. Okay, here we go. Put someone to work at the temple. I don't know, having 3 people... I don't understand necessarily why you need to do this. I guess it's like getting goods here faster if they're getting used up too quickly. I have spare people. I'll just assign them. Who knows? Alright, get going, kids. Yeah, burn it down. Okay. I mean, I'm not excited about burning it down because it was giving us a production bonus. That's the trade-off of Blight, of course. But we're like... We're doing good here, I assume. Trade route! Woo! More money! Could sell more. Oh, I have so much leather. Oh my god. You guys can have all of it. Scavenger's camp is emptied out. I guess you guys were picking up the roots down here, I think? Okay, I mean... There's eggs up there you could get, I guess. The harpies are actually happy through the storm. Okay, that's kind of incredible. Considering last storm they were, like, leaving. We've made some big improvements since then. Oh, this scavenger's camp. Oh, there's no one working here. That's fine. Yeah, so we've fought things down, tamped down the problem. We're now no longer at risk. Although, like, where are all of the other assists? I guess they're here. There are probably some up here? Yeah. So we would need to put a Blight hydrant up here so that they wouldn't have to go so far. Or I don't know, they can get it out of storage, can't they? I want to, like, track that worker. I don't know how to do it. Oh, there's still more burning to do down here. Okay, cool. Newcomers. Sure. Cornerstone. Fuel recipes are faster? I still don't understand really what this means. Let's reroll? I mean, this gives me at least some, doesn't it? It might give me like 2 global resolve. 1. So +1 to global resolve, which, I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? We're winning in 2 minutes. So I guess I should just take the global resolve then. Oh, I'm winning now. Okay, great. So near the beginning of the game, it felt like we didn't really have enough going on. But then in the mid-game, things started destabilizing, and then we just quickly won. So this game was fine. We didn't need any farms. Oh, Grove can make crystallized dew from farm fields, huh? That's interesting. Kind of short circuit the having to turn them into bricks out of rain. Interesting. But, you know, that's something you have to spend a farm field on. Woodcutters have -5 to resolve. I guess that means... It doesn't mean, like, global resolve for each woodcutter. It means, like, the woodcutters are less happy. Interesting. Cool. Well, and we back to world map. We did it. Yeah, I feel like getting services... Oh, end the cycle. That's never happened before. Getting services established does so much. You just, you know, resolve coming out of your ears as soon as you're giving them, like, a service or two and also good food. Alright, Smoldering City, let's do these upgrades first. So we won with barren lands, and as a result we get some, like, random decoration. Trade a bunch of goods, yes, and as a result we get experience. Win in Coral Forest on Viceroy, okay. Coral Growth, it's more decorations. I feel like I have to look at all of these because, like, sometimes they're, oh, it's a new essential building. Like, apparently harpy houses and, you know, specialized race houses are a thing that you can have become permanently available in the same way that big shelters became permanently available. This is the kind of, like, upgrading that I don't mind so much, right? Like, meta progression is a little annoying in a roguelike, right? You want games to be permadeath and, like, not connected to each other, so that when you win, you know it's not just that you have better upgrades. I'm not a fan of most of this stuff, where it's like, oh, you get 2% better. Like, I want the game to get harder as I get more experience with it, right? Not easier. I do, though, think that it's totally fine to lock, like, options behind progression, because you don't want to overwhelm the new player with a million options. I really don't appreciate locking, like, multipliers that make you better, but, you know, what can you do? Here we are. So I actually have machinery for the first time, I think. And I think I was looking at this as a pretty good thing. Yeah, bonus and bark points is a great way to spend my machinery. Oh, what about this? Oh, human homes, I see. Well, yeah, I'd like to have more home types available. You? All traders have more cornerstones or blueprints. That seems good. And now I can't afford anything else. Fine. So, let's finally see what happens with resetting the cycle. So it should destroy all the towns, right? And it, like, shows me all this stuff. Okay. Oh, and this stuff is all left over. Let's just double check we can't spend anymore.
I guess I could have been more careful about spending this. I was trying to get the artifacts and machinery spent because they're the hard to come by resource, but I didn't try super hard to optimize any of it because I forgot. I didn't realize it was all going away. Okay. Oh, that's life. So Blight goes everywhere, it rains like crazy, and only the Smoldering City survives. And now we have kind of like a new game, right? Where all the settlements you were building are kind of moves in a game, like an overarching, I don't know. And trying to accomplish as much as you can in a cycle, I guess, is an interesting thing to do. Anyway, we're clearly not starting a new game today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.